I'm the man now. Nobody ever gave a handout. For the stretch, talking grams loud. Cut them off, get a hand out. Bro talk, what's that about?
Yo, what's going on, people? You know who it is, man. It's Tae Wiggs broadcasting live and direct on the road.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Will Dobbs, owner of JBH Enterprises. Chilling with my man Tae Wiggs, man. About to talk some sports, yo.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, we'll get right into it. We know we got the NBA Finals coming on tonight. We're going to say that for last. But I want to get into the whole Kendall Jenner situation. She is dating Ben Simmons. It was just Blake Griffin. Now it's Ben Simmons. So how do people feel about that? How you feel about that, Dobbs?
Oh, man. I mean, she's technically not a Kardashian, I guess. But they do have a history of being athlete production killers. I mean, look at Kim. Look at Khloe. Look at the guys they've dated. Look at their production pre-Kardashian. Look at their production post-Kardashian. Ben, be careful, brother.
Do you call them? Do you call these? I ain't gonna call them chicks. Do you call these young ladies? They're not bad-looking ladies. Do you call them?
Not at all.
Do they kill people's careers? Because man,
I think guys get so caught up in their hype that they don't. They like, I don't know, man. It's them girls got something between them legs, but it's throwing people's mind in a blender.
Because when you look at the women that these guys chose over the years, but the Kardashians, I'm looking at the guys they've been with, sport figures. When you look at Khloe, Lamar Odom, she was with him.
Cracked out.
He was on the stuff. He won a championship.
Yeah.
His best friend died.
Yeah. He had a lot going on personally, but yeah.
And she dated Matt Kemp. He was at his highest highs. Then once he started dating her, his career went downhill.
Got traded.
James Harden was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. He said he wasn't with the camera thing.
Yeah.
He said his career was tanking a little bit.
Yeah, he jumped
moved
ship.
away.
Yeah.
The biggest disappointment I look at that Khloe has dated is Rashad McCants.
Yeah.
Fresh off a national championship.
Yeah.
Get drafted by the T-Wolves.
Plenty of opportunities.
Plenty of opportunities. Third year in, he's on the Kardashians episode.
Yeah.
Loving the camera. Then you can tell the basketball one there. He told his boys at Chapel Hill. Went downhill. Started snitching. Derek Ward, the running back from the Giants, had Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah.
People didn't notice that. That was sick.
That one hurt personally. Damn.
And people forgot about Rick Fox.
That's crazy. I still.
As the
know,
ladies say, Foxy.
I don't know how I should pull that guy, but that'd be
Thompson.
dang.
Tristan Thompson.
And Tristan Trippin Thompson.
Do you go to Kim? Chris
boy.
Humphries.
Yeah, dud.
Miles Austin off a Pro Bowl season.
Dud. Man.
Reggie Bush.
Reggie, no.
Pro Bowl season. Went downhill. Mark Sanchez.
Butt fumble.
Alex Cole Asgargadian. Another soccer player. Probably don't hear him because y'all don't watch the Premier League. You know, he's a great player. Once you start talking to her, his career went downhill. Only person I think who survived this was Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's because he was smart.
You know, one of my favorite soccer players.
He was on that get out.
Right, he said, get out of here. Like I said, then you had Kendall, Lewis Hamilton. That's a race car driver, I believe.
Okay. I was
Blake Griffin, at the time he was playing for the Clippers.
Yeah.
Now he's on the Pistons. You see what happened to that? It's the effect.
Yeah, that one didn't last too long.
Ben Simmons. Now allegedly, they said her and Ben Simmons been dating for almost 2 months. They had secrets, like tight security that you can go through. Because, you know, Ben Simmons knows saying himself.
Yeah.
He had the Instagram model, Brittany Renner. Hey.
Oh, I didn't know he used to talk to Brittany Renner.
And you know, she's from Cleveland, Ohio, too.
Hey, Brittany's dupe.
He had Tinashe, the singer.
Oh, wow. Ben Simmons got bodies.
He had one of the Gonzalez twins that played basketball who went to Kansas and they transferred to Las Vegas.
Okay.
Now it's Kendall Jenner. So athletes out there, beware of the Kardashians. That curse is, to me, I believe it's true. Cause
hey man, it's something.
Kylie Jenner, Notable mentions: Tiger, and she had a baby by Travis Scott.
Not ballers,
Straight up.
but yeah, right. Not ballers, but
Right.
they're, you know,
So
WKNs, the well-known Negroes.
So these women here always find their way to the athlete. Why they can't be with an actor? Why the athlete?
Why they can't be with a regular dude?
Like a Scott Disick, but you see he moved away. And he's got a 19-year-old girlfriend. But we gonna stay on topic here. We gonna get ready to talk about
Ben, be careful.
the top 5 players in NBA history that we seen. You know, most people on TV, they gonna bring up Bill Russell. They gonna bring up Kareem. I didn't see Kareem. I didn't see Bill Russell. That was the Chuck Taylor and Hoover era. I seen Jordan hooping Jordans, Barkley hooping Barkleys.
Yeah.
So you know,
Ewing
I'm
hooping
the,
Ewings.
So I'm the host. I want to see what my man Dobbs got for his top 5 best players
All right.
that he would start.
All right. So the first 3 on my 5 are going to be pretty obvious. Look, I'm 36, so I've seen a good amount of players. Like, I was alive when they did the top 50 of all time list. I didn't see all 50 of those guys play.
I've probably seen about a good 20 of them.
So, and this is in no particular order, but I'm starting the list with Jordan.
Can't argue that. Go.
No brainer.
Go.
Know what I'm
6
saying?
rings, 6 for 6.
Next, I'm going to have Kobe.
Can't
Like
argue that.
baby Jordan, like, you know.
Mirror image.
Next, I got to go with LBJ.
Can't go wrong with that.
All 3 of them revolve in that GOAT conversation that's always on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook that I try to avoid, but I get suckered into every time. Next, I'm going to go with Shaq.
Ooh, to Diesel.
Extremely dominant wherever he went until he got old. Like, who was stopping Shaq? You remember young Shaq go coast to coast, dunk on you, and hit you with the rubberneck?
Penny Magic Shaq.
Yo, Shaq was a monster, man. And this last one might be a curveball. He was definitely one of my favorite players of all time just because he was gritty, he was tough, he was a little dude. You knock him down, he get back up, and he would light your ass up after he crossed you. AI.
Well, I can't argue. Yeah, one thing about AI, he don't get your respect because he don't have the rings.
Yeah, true.
Everybody runs up against a ring stopper.
Yeah.
You had Kobe and Shaq. They stopped a lot of guys from getting rings. They stopped that Sacramento Kings team, who I thought should have a ring.
Weber and Stojakovic and
Right.
White Chocolate.
They had a squad. Crash, a.k.a. Gerald Wallace.
Yeah.
They had a squad. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah,
Doug
they were
Christie.
tough.
We can keep
Man,
naming.
they were tough.
You can keep
Vlade.
naming. Vlade. You had Scott Pollock on the bench in his prime. That team was so deep.
They were stacked.
They was deep, but they couldn't go with the Lakers. Because when you look at the Lakers with Kobe Bryant and Shaq, they still had Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
They still had AC Green.
Robert Horry.
Still had Big Shot Bob. You had Devin George, Ron Harper, Horace Grant. And people always say, you know, LeBron James played with stacked teams. But if you look at that Lakers team, Phil Jackson had guys that understood basketball plays and game time situations.
Wasn't Ron Harper on that team?
Ron Harper, a 6'6" point guard.
Yeah.
Who
It was
played with Michael
D you
Jordan.
Up, man, with D you
So
up.
if you tell me that's on a stacked team,
That's
you're crazy.
Yeah.
Horace
pieces,
Grant played with Michael,
That
won
is
a
right.
ring. I think he won what?
3 with.
I think you think he won 3 with Chicago. It went down to Orlando because
is
he
right.
didn't get paid.
That is right. He was chasing
then-
that check. He had the rings. Why not go get the bag?
Throw Shaq in there. You know, Shaq is the most dominant player, and the reason why he put Shaq in his top 5, I probably believe Shaq is the reason why the NBA changed in the post, the 3-second rule.
Absolutely.
Shaq would be down there camping.
Yeah.
You got people to go down there. Sabonis didn't want to go down there. He's playing for Portland. They had to keep Shaq at the top. So why not create a rule
Poster,
for 3 seconds?
Barbecue chicken, the quote.
Dunking
Shaq.
on cats, giving cats the business. So, you know, my top 5, I have no order because I ain't write it down because it's on the top of my head. Number 1, people always say I don't like Michael Jordan. That's totally BS. Michael Jordan, number 1.
Goat, man.
Number 2, my guy LeBron.
LBJ.
Number 3, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Kobe.
Number 4, my favorite player of all time, hands down, the big ticket, KG.
Ooh.
The
Okay.
reason why I picked KG to be in my top 5, you know, people got Tim Duncan and there, you know, big fundamentals. You can't argue that. but KG just bring that nasty. He bring that nasty. He bring that grit and that grind.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate that he spent his first 10 years in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And he held Minnesota down.
Yeah.
What's the name? Show him the ropes how to be a professional. Shout out to my guy Sam Mitchell.
Sam Mitchell. Big time.
He plays with that edge on his shoulder because he had to play with Malik Sealy, who passed away. That's why I always throw the 2 up. I always respect KG. KG's one of my favorite players, hands down. Number 5. Number 5 was a head scratcher because I kept going through and see what was this and who I think should be top deserving in this top 5. Number 5, I'm going to say Dwayne Wade.
Ooh.
Hear me out.
Okay.
The reason I picked D Wade to be one of my top 5 players, we know we got Jordan and Kobe, but if you notice, his name always come in conversation as the best blocking 2 guard that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Arguably, he has the best headshot fake. It acts like a real shot. When D Wade first came to the league, I'm looking at that class, that 03 class. When Melo first came to the league,
Him, Melo, Bron.
Melo in the Denver Nuggets was excelling. I thought, me personally, I'm a LeBron fan. When you look at the Rookie of the Year, yes, LeBron James ran Rookie of the Year. But when I look at Rookie of the Year, I thought they should have been Cole.
Yeah.
Or either Melo should have won the MVP.
Melo put up buckets.
Melo fans might be happy. Melo fans out there might be happy that I'm saying this just because
Melo's
Melo's putting in work. Melo
Yeah.
fresh came off of a championship from Syracuse.
As a
freshman. Hakeem Ward, Keith Dewaney. Y'all forgot about Keith Dewaney. That's the real dark-skinned dude. Hakeem Ward and them guys was getting nasty. Jim Boeheim and that 2-3 defense.
That amoeba zone, man.
That Syracuse team, man, is like none other. Who's the point guard?
Who's the white dude that can shoot the threes, man?
What's it? Deerdorf? I can't think.
I thought it was a Meckel something.
Dumb guys. That team right there was great.
That was nice.
And people always say, why is Melo not mentioned? I tell people this every year. Melo, if you're watching this, don't take it personal. When you was at Syracuse, I thought you was in your best playing shape. Your first 3 years at Denver,
It got heavy.
you was in your playing shape. That 4th year, as you started talking to Lala, you picked up a couple
In
pounds.
the wrong spots. It wasn't like I'm lifting, pow, pow, pow. It was like I'm eating.
Not to say he don't give you that same explosiveness. To me, probably the best back down small forward in the league outside of LeBron because Melo can get shots anywhere he wants to. Unfortunately, people want to say he's trash. Melo is not trash.
Low key, he was the best scorer in the league for a good 5-6 year run.
When you put somebody alongside with Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook grab rebounds and fly straight down the court.
Yeah.
So you can't win like that. And like I said, I'm gonna go back to D Wade. You know, I jumped the gun a little bit. The reason I picked D Wade, like I said, the best blocking 2 guard. His rookie year, Lamar Odom, Caron Butler. And Udonis Haslem. Those guys went to the conference. No, they missed the conference finals.
I think they missed the finals.
They missed the conference finals. Dwayne Wade, he wasn't even mentioned for the Rookie of the Year.
He wasn't. Nobody really checking for him.
And the crazy thing, I think they was like a 6 or a 7 seed in the East. This is a rookie carrying the team. You know, my guys, the new guys, Donovan Mitchell. We're gonna get about that later. But when I look at that, I'm looking at whereas, how come Wade didn't get no Rookie of the Year mentions to go along with LeBron and Carmelo Anthony?
Sleeper.
And Dwayne Wade always been consistent every year he played. Unfortunately, he had the knee injuries falling down.
True.
And stuff like that. You got any inputs on it?
D Wade is always in that like top 3 2 guards of all time conversation because I think MJ flips between 2 and small forward. Kobe flips between 2 and small forward. But like a true shooting guard, back when he was Flash, you know what I'm saying? Like D Wade was unstoppable, man. He'd J you, he'd dunk you. I remember watching him in Marquette.
Oh yes,
Being like, who
Steve
in
knows that.
the world is this dude? Because he was
that.
torching people in the tournament before he even went pro. And man, the proof was definitely in the pudding with D Wade, man. And I hope he comes back and plays one more season, man. Even though I kind of wish he would have been able to stay in Cleveland, but that's.
I like to do this to people when they on the show. if they can come up with a category in the Hall of Fame for best 6-man of the year or best 6-man coming off the bench, who would you think it would be?
This year or
Just period, like the best 6-man that you've seen in your eyes in NBA history.
oh man. Ooh, that's tough. The first people that come to mind would be Jamal Crawford. Jay Crossover's tough, man. I feel like dude's like 55 and he's still getting buckets. Like, he don't age, bro. Pre-Kardashian, Lamar Odom was pretty tough.
The goods. The
So-
goods. The goods. Off the bench.
You know,
Lamar could do everything.
Lamar Odom, yeah, he could, yeah. I remember watching him in college with Catino at Rhode Island, bro. Like,
would you consider like Lamar Odom like a poor man's LeBron?
ooh.
Because everybody always on TV say, "Hey, Bron can do everything. He could dribble, he could pass, he could
shoot,
defend,
board.
he shoot." Same thing Lamar Odom was doing.
He was just slimmer with a slimmer frame, so I
The
mean,
one,
yeah.
the one thing I'm gonna give Lamar Odom over LeBron, he had a consistent jumper.
Yeah, it was ugly, but it was consistent.
He had a crossover.
He did. He get to the bucket. So Bron don't need a cross. He just bully people.
Right.
He just move. Give him that shiver.
So that's yours. That's who you go with. Lamar Odom,
man.
Jay crossover.
I'm trying to
You got the
think
Jay
of,
crossover, Jamal Crawford.
Dang. I'm not thinking back far enough. I can't remember who else was a big time 6-man. Like Big Shot Bob, he just came in and hit big shots.
Yeah. Ooh,
So
Robert Horry.
I'd say Horry probably. I don't even know if he won any 6-man awards, but I know he definitely. And he did it on so many teams, man.
Oh, I'm glad you brought the name up.
So-
Talking to one of my homeboys.
Yeah.
We were saying, I was saying Robert Horry is a Hall of Famer. He told me he's not. I mean, throughout his career, I know he averaged like a little bit under 8 points.
I was gonna say I have to see his points numbers and rebounds numbers.
but-
like I think he was just like if there was like a clutch award for like he was clutch, man. Like he come in and hit that shot.
Robert Horry got 7 rings.
Something like that. Yeah, man.
But if you
Like if you base it off of just rings, yes. But if it's off of production, like numbers, stats wise, he might be a little short. But
a little short.
super
What about Andre
decorated.
Iguodala? Because this is a conversation I had with him one guy too. He's a Hall of Famer.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know. Cause
Yeah,
he had big time numbers when he was in Philly.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
He got Olympic gold medal with Brown in him, I believe, or is that the bronze medal game? I know he got an Olympic medal.
I think he's got
What helps him out? He got a Finals MVP, and he was guarding LeBron.
He does.
I always tell people whoever wins the NBA Finals playing LeBron James guarding him, 9 times in 10 you're going to get the MVP.
Pretty much, and he did get that MVP.
Because the year that Iggy got the MVP, I thought Steph deserved it.
Yeah,
Steph put
that's
in
true.
More work.
That's true. I think Iggy hit a couple big shots, and like you said,
He changed the complex of the game. All right.
Yeah, that's 6-man. That's tough, man.
That's your 6-man. I'm gonna say my 6-man. I'm gonna go with your guy Jamal Crawford, who I definitely like. Cavaliers did draft him. To let you know, they traded him on draft night for Chris Mill, the center from Texas.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh boy, that was dark years.
I'm gonna go with Jamal Crawford.
The Knicks messed around and had him too, and we
Right.
traded him.
Who else I'm
I want
gonna
to
say?
say a couple times.
See, I got Jamal Crawford. My guy, Mr. Bobby Action Jackson.
Oh, okay. I forgot about Bobby. Salisbury in the building. Bobby Jackson from Salisbury.
Bobby Jackson.
Hey, Bobby Jackson was the truth, man.
With the high socks.
Yeah, and the
was
headband.
coming, getting straight buckets.
That's right. He was instant offense off
Straight
the bench.
buckets.
Heck yeah.
I'm gonna name another 6-man. Guy who I like, but career ended kind of short.
Uh-oh.
Bobby Fields.
Ooh, Bobby Fields was nice, bro.
Bobby Fields off the bench used to
Bobby
average a
Fields was super
solid
nice.
14 points off the bench.
Yeah.
He probably the only guy who I seen probably could defend Jordan in his prime.
He was a tough defender.
He was
Super
tough.
defender.
He could shoot. He could dribble. And and the one thing I like about him, I love to play defense. He played defense.
Yeah, he was solid.
Bobby
on D. More than
Fields,
solid
rest
on
in
D.
peace, Bobby Fields.
Rest in
Bobby
peace,
Fields
man.
was a great defender. I know a lot of people like, who was Bobby Fields? A lot of you young cats out there, like, I'm 33.
Yeah.
Remember him playing for the Cavaliers, man. You know who that is? Go Google it.
Played with the Hornets too.
YouTube. There's a lot of things going on right now. We're gonna go into GM of the year. We're gonna go with our top 3 GM of the year. We're gonna boil it down to one. You go first.
All right, let's see. GM of the year. Off the top of my head, I'm gonna have to say Danny Ainge.
He did put a nice core together.
Look at the team he's
High
got.
rate robbery for trades and picks.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. And I think they got another a lottery pick this year. Mm-hmm. They got their 2 best players that were hurt, and they still almost went to the finals.
Exactly.
Like, they was a half away from going to the finals with their 2 best players on the bench hurt. They're going to be scary for a couple years. Let's see. Who else? Who else is making some good moves? You know what? I'm going to say the Rockets GM. Was it Morey?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rockets GM. Getting Chris Paul to come to Houston. If Chris is healthy, I think that Game 7 goes a little differently. And he's got a lot of pieces around Harden and Chris also.
Exactly,
So,
he did. But did come a little bit short.
Man, I don't know how your coaching staff doesn't tell you to drive to the basket if you're 0 for 27, on consecutive 3-pointers missed.
And that on top of that, when the team going to run like a Golden State Warriors,
Yeah.
why he didn't call a timeout?
Really, call a timeout. So
Top 3 GMs in the league. Who you got?
I'm going to start with Danny Ainge in Boston.
Okay. Straight highway robbery.
Look at the team he's put together, man. And they were a half away from going to the finals with their 2 best players on the bench.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Tatum's a star. Brown is going to be super nice. If they can keep Rozier and Smart,
So you already know.
super subs. I think one of them's going to jump ship, though. They
think
can't pay everybody. So.
I think Smart is out of here.
Okay.
But how do you feel? I'll let you finish your GM part.
Yeah.
But the Kyrie situation, not being on the bench with your teammates in the Game 7. Hold on. TV said he had to get nasal surgery. Do you believe that?
Well, he was wearing a mask earlier in the year, right? Was he wearing a mask at one point this year? I think he was. I think him and Embiid were wearing masks at some point. So
why would you?
I believe it, but yeah, why do you get it during Game 7? Like, you couldn't have waited another day.
But the whole part about
that's unacceptable. You gotta be there with your team, man.
I think somewhere deep inside that Kyrie didn't want to be there. Everybody gets up, he knew LeBron James was gonna win. That's not the situation.
Yeah, you're supposed to be there, man.
It's a Game 7, but Kyrie Irving always says it's what? A brotherhood.
Uh-huh.
But the brotherhood wasn't there to support him. He played in the Game 7. Yeah, we know they got Aaron Baines who won a championship with the Spurs against Miami. It's not the same because he came on the bench. He's not the leader. He's not a voice.
Yeah, he's not.
The voice is Kyrie Irving.
Guy.
Kyrie took the big shot. The biggest shot in his career to win a championship for a team, for a city who haven't seen a championship in 52 years.
Yeah, you got to be there.
He wasn't there, but they going to say he had a nasal surgery? Why would you pick that day, though?
Excuses.
On a Sunday.
Yeah, all my Greeks know what excuses are. Excuses, bro.
Kyrie didn't want to... I'm not going to say he wanted to see LeBron James win, but when your team is down, you need your best player there. Sometimes maybe he don't play.
Chris Paul was there.
Chris Paul was there.
Chris Paul was on the bench helping coach. Chris Paul was there.
Prime example. Chris Paul has how many rings? How many Kyrie has? He got one of these. Look, he got one of these. He wasn't nowhere to be found. That don't make no sense.
How you not gonna lead? You the star player. You're not on the bench for your team's Game 7, but then you gonna come back next year and just lead? Like, they're gonna be like, where was you when we were shooting in the gym, bruh? Like, Game 7, where were you? Oh, you had to get nasal surgery that day? Come on, bruh.
Quiet as kept.
You gotta be there.
I think Kyrie Irving's gonna get traded.
I think they would be okay without him.
Because everybody keeps saying, oh, they should keep, because Terry Rozier had a bad game. Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We know he was 0 for 12 from the line.
Yeah.
From the field, rather. But at the same time, this is his first time playing that deep in the playoffs. 'Cause last year, he was on the bench. He didn't see that much action. Because they had IT, they had the Jay Crowders, they had those guys there.
Yeah.
When you third in line, you got to wait your turn. And the whole thing I was looking at watching NBA TV the other day. Shout out to NBA TV. Brad Stevens is at Terry Rozier workout camp, watching him prepare. And the thing that Brad Stevens said, this kid has a high motor.
Yeah.
He has what it takes to get to the next
ball,
level.
Man.
Guess what? Brad Stevens drafted him. Brad Stevens
Rozier was from Louisville, right?
Louisville.
Rick Pitino.
And I looked at the Gordon Hayward situation. You thought Kyrie don't like playing with LeBron James? Wait till you play with Gordon Hayward.
Yeah.
The reason I say that because Gordon Hayward played for Coach Stevens for 4 years at Butler. He understands the offense, the terminology. So a lot of stuff gonna get ran through him.
Yeah.
So how Kyrie's gonna fit to that? So I thought Danny Ainge did because I know the Celtics history just by me watching basketball. I know for a fact Danny Ainge don't keep point guards no more than 3 or 4 years. He got rid of Rondo around his 5th year, trade him away.
True.
He got rid of Eddie House was gone. He don't keep point guards that long.
House wasn't that good.
D Brown. I'm going back to their tradition. Even though he wasn't the GM, they still had D Brown. Got rid of him.
Yeah.
Danon Barrows, the point guard. They had him for like 4 or 5 years.
Way
Got rid of
back,
him.
yeah.
Todd Day. Got rid of him. The Boston Celtics organization, them guys that been there, a lot of them guys that in that organization has played in 8 or 9 straight NBA finals. When you look at the tradition, how they run things there, you good. They look at you good as your last season.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking it back right there. He said he had.
Okay. So I got Danny Ainge so far. Let's go to Houston with Morey. Being able to get Chris Paul to come to pair it with James Harden, and then all the pieces that he's put around Harden and Chris Paul.
PJ Tucker.
Clint Capella, Trevor Ariza, keeping him around. Luke Baamute.
UCLA grad.
Sheesh.
Eric Gordon.
Gordon.
Balled out.
Another 6 Man of the Year guy. Eric Gordon. High motor, gets buckets.
I thought we should see more Nene.
I think so too, man. Because the Warriors couldn't match up with him. Like, and he's still playing. Like, and he's still being pretty
He's still a
productive.
good body.
Like,
You got 5 fouls, use it.
that's it.
You could have used Joe Johnson more too.
Definitely could have used Joe Johnson more, man. They had Joe looking like an old man. Like,
ISO
get that
Joe.
man out there. Yeah, let him get some buckets, man. They needed guys to knock down the 3. Like, sheesh.
0 for 27.
Gerald Green, man. I hope Gerald Green stays with them. I like Gerald Green, man. And if you don't stay there, come on up to New York. We'll take you with the Knicks. A third GM.
Knicks fan, by the way.
Yeah, big Knicks fan, man. Go easy on me. I know we stink right now, but we got some things cooking, all right?
Y'all got Fizz.
Shout out to Coach Fizdale. Yeah. Shout out to the Unicorn. Poor Z. Shoot, man. Third GM.
That's always tough to figure out who the third one is.
Yeah, man. The obvious thing to say would be Philly, but being that Colangelo's in a little bit of hot water with his,
His name's not to have.
possible Twitter burner accounts,
5 of them.
I'm gonna throw a curveball out there. I'm gonna say Utah's GM. Drafting Donovan Mitchell. Super smart move.
And
Being able to hold on to what's the big man's name?
Rudy Gobert.
Gobert.
The Stifle Tower.
What's the Australian cat's name? The dirty cat.
My guy, Mr. Joe Ingles.
Joe Ingles. Hey, man.
Play
I rock
straight
with Ingles.
defense.
I rock with Ingles, man. He's physical.
He was locking
He's a little
PG
dirty.
up.
Yeah, he's a
He
little
was-
dirty. Like, I rock with Ingles, man. They still got Derek Favors out there.
And Derek Favors had a nice season this year.
Yeah, that kid can play,
He had a
man.
career high
He's
3-point
He's in
percentage.
Utah. You don't hear about him like that. He can ball.
Like, small market cities don't get no love. That's like, I'm from a small market city myself.
Yeah.
Charlotte is a small market city.
Charlotte is a small market
You
city,
gotta
man.
get the NBA league pass, man.
Yeah.
I watch everything. That's how I stay up on it.
So yeah, I'm gonna give Utah's GM. That's my dark horse pick. I don't know his name because it's Utah and.
Right. My GM, he said he's going with the Celtics GM. One GM I'm going to say, who actually I thought made some great moves, probably for GM of the year, Indiana Pacers GM, which is no longer Larry Bird. They passed the torch down.
That is right.
I think it's big Kevin Pritchard.
Okay, and you got Oladipo out there.
You got Victor Oladipo. Look, I've always been an Oladipo guy.
Hey, Oladipo can ball, man.
When he got drafted, I would say, hope the Cavaliers pick him up. We
I
draft Deion Waiters. Deion Waiters been injury prone ever since he came into the league.
I like Waiters too, though. Like at the time, that wasn't.
He was
terrible.
cooking off
that
the
wasn't
bench.
a terrible pick.
He wasn't
yeah.
a terrible pick at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Off the-
Hindsight being 2020, though, you're
Right.
like, damn.
So, but that was a
like-
great. He was doing everything. He was the leading scorer on the team
Yeah.
off the bench
Yeah,
for Syracuse.
yeah.
I thought the Cavaliers should have drafted Oladipo, but he went to Orlando. He made a stop at OKC, and people always say, he's a better player.
Oladipo
Let's give
from
respect
IU.
where the respect is due. He learned a lot from Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Nutrition, keep the body in shape.
Yeah.
You can tell in Orlando, who was you gonna look up to as a veteran? Nikolai, what's my guy name?
The European
the
kid.
big guy. So you had him down there.
And Aaron Gordon was young.
Aaron Gordon is young. You didn't have nobody to really look up to.
Alfred Payton was there, but he was young.
He was young.
See, he cut his hair?
He had, yeah.
He needed to. It was getting in the way of his
So,
jumper.
no, Nikolai Vukovic.
Vucevic.
You can't learn from that.
Nah.
So he had to go to OKC. They put him around some guys who learn how to play in the winning way, traditions. And guess what? He went to Indiana and prevailed. And I called it on back of some of my old podcasts. I said, look, most improved player is going to be Victor Oladipo because he learned from Russell Westbrook and a team that been in the playoffs. He never benched the players in Orlando.
It's cool. I saw an interview with Oladipo maybe last week, 2 weeks ago, because he's running the circuit. I think he just drove like the pace car for the Indy 500.
Right.
Victor's living his best life right now. Shout out to Victor Oladipo. But he was talking about, a couple years in the league, how the game slows down.
Right.
And he's saying it slowed down for him this year. And it showed, man, in his production. And they almost knocked off LeBron in there, man.
Game 7.
Like the Pacers are going to be tough. They need a couple more pieces. Miles Turner up there with Oladipo. Stevenson's back in Indiana.
Which is good. They needed Lance.
So,
If people like, I like Lance Stevenson.
I like Lance too, man.
He's a comical guy.
Lance from the city, man.
Out of all the guys in the league, I don't care what nobody say. He's the only one who's not scared and afraid to guard LeBron James.
Well, him and Morris from Boston.
And Kawhi Leonard.
And Kawhi. Yeah.
Those are some of the tasks I like that. I got him as possible GM of the year. Number 2, I had the Cavaliers GM. Just because all the trades they made, getting rid of a Derrick Rose, a Dwayne Wade, a Jay Crowder, Iman Shumpert. And, they freed up some cap space. They get rid of them dead contracts. And they knew it was going to be aspiring contracts they didn't want to be stuck with. Kobe Altman's the Cavaliers GM. Looking at that. Number 3 for me for a GM, that's kind of tough because I'm just looking at what this team did here. I want to say it was tough because I had the Lakers GM up there as my number 3. But then I look at it again, I had to go back to the drawing board. I said, what else other team out there really making moves? And you had the Rockets GM. That's the same thing I had. I'm looking at the players that he brought over there for the style and play. It's unfortunately that they came up short, but you can't never underestimate the heart of a champion when they're down. They had nothing to lose. They've been here before. They won 2 out of the last, 4 championships now?
Yeah.
Well, this is the 4th for me. Well, I'm saying the last 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
So this team knew what it takes to have their backs up against the wall. This team, you can't argue with what the Houston Rockets have done. So we both picked the Rockets GM. But I think the GM of the year might be the Cavaliers GM. I don't know why. Just because of all the trades that he made. And he probably won't get it because the production wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what I think hurts him. The fact that they made moves and they started off hot.
Right, they did.
But then, they sputtered to the finish and Bron had to push the car across the line. So
we think.
If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably say Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge?
I'd probably say Danny Ainge.
Danny Ainge did. Yeah. And Danny Ainge did put together a good core.
A squad, man. They're deep, yo. They're deep. They're young. They're deep.
I can agree with you with that. Danny Ainge, Shane Larkin, the son of Barry Larkin, the baseball player for the Cincinnati Reds.
His son on that bench.
His son is on that bench. You got Aaron Baines, who was in Detroit, who's been around the league a couple of times.
Yeah, so he played with the Spurs. That's where he won his ring, right? With Spurs.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Marcus Morris.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart.
Say Rozier.
Terry Rozier. This all of him doing right here.
Yeah.
The guys, Samaje Ojole.
Tatum, man.
Yes, they got a squad.
Yeah, they're loaded, man.
That's the winner right there. That's the way to go with. So Rookie of the Year is becoming a very interesting topic.
Woo!
Who would you go with?
My top 2 is Simmons and Mitchell, of course. So Ben Simmons and then Donovan Mitchell.
So if you had a winner, who would you take?
I'm going Donovan Mitchell.
The Spider.
And Ben had an awesome season. But some of the stuff Donovan Mitchell did this year, man,
it's unbelievable.
It's not rookie like at all. He played like he'd been in the league for a minute. Like the game was never fast to him.
Exactly.
And
He wasn't scared.
Sheesh, man. Yeah.
He was ready for the challenge.
Bruh, like, and it was a toss-up for a while. And I don't remember what round of the playoffs it was. They might have lost they won the first round. They beat OKC in the first round, right?
They lost in the second round.
Okay, so I think it was the second round, man. Who they play? Houston?
Yeah.
Okay, the second round, I stopped by my mother's house to pick up some stuff, and my brother was watching the game. So I was watching, and Utah was down by maybe double digits.
A lot.
Mitchell was struggling. And it
Third
was
quarter.
funny. Yo, I was telling my brother, like, look, this kid Mitchell is real. It don't take but like one shot to go down, and he could run off like that.
It's 22.
So he gets like a little layup. Boom, gets knocked down, gets up, comes back down the court. 3-ball. I was like, here he goes. By the end of the quarter, he had like 20 points. I was like,
22 points in the quarter.
And if he didn't get hurt, they probably would have won that game because he was cooking. Like, that kid, he's the truth, man. So, yeah, Mitchell gets my rookie of the year.
So, mine would be Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum. The reason I put Jason Tatum in there, because when Kyrie Irving went down, people literally wrote Boston on the books.
Yeah.
This team can't do it. They got a young guy out there who hasn't played in games. As my father told me when he just coached me in basketball, like your father just coached you in basketball.
Yeah.
The whole object of the game is to get the ball in the basket.
That's it.
It's a make or miss league.
Yeah.
People always say he's too young to do this. Last time I checked, when you play this sport, you start as a what? A kid. So you're never too young for the moment.
Yeah.
You thrive on stuff like this.
Yeah.
The only thing they always gonna say the veteran get the edge in because he been there before.
Yeah.
We just seen Donovan Mitchell, the rookie, sent home a veteran.
Yeah.
Or Russell Westbrook. Carmelo, Paul George, Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ben Simmons. You see them take some guys home.
Yeah.
A Dwayne Wade,
Yeah.
who had the Miami Heat team.
Yeah,
That
got
team
rings.
that has a ring. So people can't tell me it's all about the veteranship. No. Who's hungry and who wants it more
That's it.
normally wins the game.
That's it.
And I'm looking at where I had Jason Tatum, number 3. The reason I put Ben Simmons up there, he shouldn't win because he had a whole year off.
Yeah,
he still had to go through
he's
a
a
practice.
rookie, but he's not a rookie.
Even though he didn't play, we know he
Yeah.
played in some scrimmages and he walked through some stuff.
Yeah.
So he had the edge already. But Donovan Mitchell coming in not knowing what he's going to give you
Fresh
on
out
the
of
court,
college.
day in and day out.
Yeah.
He was the guy I picked too as a dark horse to be one of the rookie year candidates. You can go look at that at my Utah Jazz and my power rankings.
Another Louisville guy. Another Patino guy.
Another Rick Pitino guy. And one thing about Rick
Sheesh.
Pitino, all the guys that he has come through the league are good volume shooters,
Yeah, man.
and they play defense.
That's it.
Did he had Paul Pierce, I believe, too, right? Rick Pitino did?
No. Pierce went to Kansas.
All right, Pierce went to
Yeah.
Kansas. No, who had Rick Pitino? Was that Antoine Walker?
I think
Jamal
in Kentucky.
Mashburn,
Yeah,
Monster Mash.
Mashburn,
Them
Walker.
guys are high-level volume guys.
Kentucky, yeah.
At Kentucky. So I'm looking at where Donovan Mitchell is. Donovan Mitchell is my winner just because he shoots the 3-ball better than Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Free throw percentage is better than Ben. Ben Simmons shoot 50% from the free throw line.
He distributes.
He can distribute. He plays defense.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons can do the same thing too as well, but he just can't shoot free throws. He doesn't have a jumper.
Nah, not yet. You got to work on that.
We know he can pass, and people look at look at all the triple doubles he had. Yes, look at his triple doubles. His triple doubles not big triple doubles. His triple doubles
14, 10, and 10. Like,
or 10, 10, 10.
Yeah.
Those that's pretty much video game triple doubles. I'm looking to better my grade. I'm looking at a triple double to me. It gotta be to me like. Got to be 17 points with 11
at least,
rebounds
yeah.
with 13 assists.
Exactly.
Now, that's a triple-double because you're looking at 10, 10, and 10. He just stopped at 10.
Yeah.
My rookie of the year is basically Donovan Mitchell, the Spider.
It's unanimous. Give it to him. We said so. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be mad if he did Cole because at the same time, you still recognize what Donovan Mitchell did. Donovan Mitchell is a clear cut to me. Rookie of the year, like you said, Will.
Yeah.
Regular season MVP is always a great top of the debate.
Yeah.
So who would you pick if you had top 3?
So my top 3 would be James Harden, LBJ, and Anthony Davis. And I think where MVP always gets mixed up is, it's most valuable player. Meaning, like, if you took this player off of this team,
How would they succeed?
Yeah, would they be able to survive without this player? And where a lot of people are saying James Harden should be the obvious pick, if you take James Harden off the Houston Rockets, they're probably still going to win 45 to 50 games, in my opinion. That's
still
with
gonna
Chris Paul being healthy and all the pieces they've got. I feel like they still win. You know, they might not get the 1 seed in the West, but they're still
top 3.
top 4, top 3, top 4. Anthony Davis. If you take Anthony Davis off that team, they're trash. They have good players. I'm not saying the players are trash, but I'm saying as a team unit, they're not winning anywhere near as many games.
You're not going to win no games with Solomon Hill, who let me down.
Yeah.
You're not going to win games with Rondo, because Rondo can't shoot.
You know,
he's going to distribute.
Boogie was hurt.
Drew Holiday only going to give you so much. He looked good with another player a long time.
That's it, yeah.
You don't have nobody else out there. And Boogie went down.
Yeah, so... but AD had an amazing year too, though. AD put up some numbers.
Gaudy numbers.
28, 11, and 2. Like, yee.
And the crazy
big numbers, man.
And the crazy thing you said that too, because I got Anthony Davis in my top 3. And like what you said, once Boogie went down with the injury,
he stepped his game up. Like his game elevated, man.
So right before the All-Star break, he got injured, right? Boogie. So before the All-Star break, the Pelicans was ranked 29th of pace of offense.
That's crazy.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Crazy.
He get injured.
They start running again.
Yeah. And when he went down to injury, after All-Star break, the Pelicans finished the NBA season #1 in pace.
That's crazy. They had to pick it up because he's bogging them down in the paint.
Because with that, I'm looking at the pace. They have a running team.
Yeah.
And I thought when they picked up Nikola Materovich from Chicago was a great addition for them, because now Anthony Davis can run the floor. You can still spread the floor with him, because people realize that Anthony Davis was a point guard.
Yeah, he was a guard for before he got to Kentucky. He was a guard. He was little. He was smaller, and he got this crazy growth spurt.
He only had 1 college scholarship offer.
That's crazy.
It was from Cleveland State. And it's from my hometown.
Oh man.
And the reason I'm saying that, I live in Charlotte, by the way. The reason I'm saying that, because when he got that scholarship, Anthony Davis was a 6'1" freshman.
Yeah.
They didn't have a gym to practice in. He said his team practiced outside on rollaway hoops in the parking lot.
That's crazy, yeah.
That's in Chicago.
That's crazy.
Shaw City.
That's in high school.
In high school.
In high school, yeah.
So
freshman to sophomore years when he got 4-inch spurt, and then
his
next
sophomore
summer he got
sophomore year he grew
another
another 4 inches.
Yeah.
They said his dad said by the time he graduated high school, he was already 6'9".
That's crazy.
So when he got that tall, they came and seen him. Somebody said, "This ain't the same kid that we scouted.
Yeah.
This is still Anthony Davis."
Yeah.
Anthony Davis Jr.
That's crazy.
He grew another in total in 3 years he grew almost 10 inches.
Yeah. That's nuts.
And that's when all the people started coming in. So
that's nuts, man.
Anthony Davis.
I think Brow should get a lot more consideration. I'm sure he'll get some votes. He should get a lot more consideration. So again, we're breaking it down. The most valuable player, the player, if you take him off of this team, their team is not going to do the production that nowhere near what they should do.
Exactly.
And this happens to the greatest player of their era all the time, because Jordan probably should have more regular season MVPs. Kobe probably should have more regular season MVPs. But LeBron, man. LeBron would be my pick
for
MVP. I don't think he's going to get it. I think Harden's going to get it. And I'm not upset with that at all. But if you look at, if you really break down MVP and you pluck each of those players off their teams and see that the impact they had when they were playing with their teams and when they weren't, then LeBron should get the MVP.
Because we can go vice versa. I mean, we could put James Harden at 3.
Yeah.
LeBron at 1.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis at 2. Because you take those 2 guys off, like you said, Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Their teams are not.
They're
not making the playoffs.
And we got the same list. So that's why I'll keep going back and forth. We got the same list. I had Bron as 1, Harden 2, 3 was Anthony Davis. But I had a nice little one in there. I threw one in there too.
Okay.
At number 4. And people looked at me. I was saying this at work. They was laughing. I said, if I was on team just had to vote, I don't want to be a homer because I know I was going to vote for LeBron James. Yeah. They told me I had to vote for somebody outside of LeBron James. I'm going to give one to Damian Lillard.
Ooh. Okay.
A 4 seed.
Okay.
In the West. No LaMarcus Aldridge. No Nicholas Batum.
No.
Him and CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
Carrying the team.
Okay.
So if you set down a Damian Lillard, that team will easily fall down from the 4th seed all the way down to the 8th seed.
Yeah.
Easily. Just because, even though CJ McCollum was still having a career season averaging 22 points per game, but Damian Lillard was still right there averaging at 26.
That's because they play off each other.
Yeah, so
you can't
If you set him
Put all the
down,
focus on one guy.
that team is not the same team because both
Very
them
true.
guys take big volume shots.
Very, very true.
Now he would be a dark horse to get my vote. Damian Lillard, always dropping that Freestyle Friday.
Right.
So he's
and
one
got
to
bars too.
I won't be surprised if he got traded from Portland. Either you trade him
Did he
or
just
CJ
re-up,
McCollum.
or is he?
He just
about
read
to?
up. He's not a free agent until 2020.
Okay.
So
He's a loyal dude, though, man. Like
if
they would have to try. I don't know if he would leave in free agency. He would be like, "Yo, y'all come here and let's do it here." He seems to be a very loyal dude.
the whole debate about that is, we know he said something. He's tired of losing.
Yeah.
He gave out a hint. I don't know if he was listening or seen on TV that one day when Kyrie Irving asked to get traded. He went on Twitter and said, "I wish I could play the NBA Finals every year with LeBron."
That'd be interesting. That'd be scary.
Kemba Walker. What about Michael Jordan? He always get labeled as the GOAT, but how is he the GM? Is he the GOAT GM?
Hell no. He's not even the middle of the pack GM. He's in the bottom tier of GMs. Like So from what I hear, being that we are in Charlotte,
Exactly.
I know a few people. You know, I hear that he surrounds himself with yes men. I don't know. They did just hire Mitch Kupchak to be their new GM.
North Carolina grad.
Who did go to North Carolina with MJ. But Kupchak has put together some pretty good teams in LA. So if the yes man theory is true and Mitch can learn to say no, then maybe Charlotte can put something together in the next 2-3 years. Who knows? But yeah, Mike's not a very good. Well, is he the GM or he the owner?
He the owner.
Okay. But still, like he apparently
He has
his hands in the stuff too much. Like, you know, that and taking these kids' spirit, being 50 plus and busting their ass on the court still.
I feel like he's the owner.
Yeah.
We talk about the greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
It should be guys running to the Hornets playing for him.
Absolutely. Like,
You tell me.
just to be able to go down and practice and then be able to pick his brain for 15 minutes every day after practice. Like, he has invaluable levels of experience.
Yes, he's been in the big moments.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Chris Paul is in our own backyard.
Yeah.
Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
He's a free agent this year.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get him.
Nah.
Steph Curry be a free agent in what?
Like 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, 2 years?
Something like that.
But he's not going to come back here and play.
Nah.
Like,
You know, if he gets his third ring, you know, who knows?
like I'm just saying that.
If somebody else leaves from that mix, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
By me living
A
in
lot can
Charlotte,
change in 2 years.
by me living in Charlotte for the last 7 years, I've been to a lot of games, met a couple of NBA players. As I look around in the Raptors, we only got one retired jersey here. Bobby Fields.
Man.
And no disrespect, it's by default. He lost his life driving on the road. We're not gonna talk about that situation, touchy situation for certain people that's probably listening. You have greats that came through here.
Yeah.
Greats. Dale Curry's the announcer.
Yeah.
Jersey not retired.
How did they not retire?
Alonzo Mourning came through here on Alonzo Mourning night,
Yeah.
but no retirement ceremony jersey.
Wow.
But listen to this. This is where you get trickery at. When Alonzo Mourning's playing for the Miami Heat, there is a Michael Jordan Chicago Bulls jersey retired
That is, yeah.
in the
that is
arena.
Right. That's
Because
crazy.
Pat Riley said, should nobody else wear 23. But Michael Jordan's jersey
right.
number is retired in Miami. But
He ain't even coach Mike.
he didn't coach Mike. But the whole thing
He ain't
I'm
got no
saying,
Magic Johnson jersey up there.
No.
That Shaq wear the 32.
the whole thing I'm saying, like, you have all these guys that came through here. Baron Davis,
Yeah.
Dale Curry,
Glenn Rice.
Larry
Larry Johnson.
Muggsy Bogues is Michael Jordan right hand man.
Yeah, Muggsy. Like, shit.
Tyrone Muggsy Bogues jersey night hanging for the Raptors. Why the Hornets don't have no retirement ceremony night?
Dang.
Dale Curry.
If Kemba stays, they're going to have to retire Kemba's jersey.
Dale Curry's the second all-time three-point leader in franchise history. Because
Yeah.
Kemba Walker
Kemba
surpassed
passed him
that.
this year, yeah.
So you have to retire someone's jersey within a couple of years.
That's crazy.
We don't have no retired jerseys. That's unreal. Come on, Mike. Get your team together. I'm going to tell you one thing I'm going to tell about the Charlotte Hornets. Stop drafting players from Duke and North Carolina. We cannot have an ACC basketball team. We need to mix it with some Big Ten guys, some
Some
Pac-10.
Big East guys. We got Kemba. He's from the Big
Big
East.
East.
Like,
You keep getting these guys.
let Malik Monk play.
Yes, Dwayne Bacon, let him play.
Sheesh.
The worst signing of all time, we have him. Nicholas Batum, 5-year, $120 million. Now you see why he was the third option in Portland. We knew the first option was Damian Lillard, LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it flipped. Then they came with a Batum. You got to get you another guard, another stud wingman because MKG, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, is not cutting it for the Hornets. Not at all. But right now,
let him go.
Right now, we're going to get right into the main topic that we want to talk about. The NBA Finals are here. Game 1 is tonight. Cavs. Warriors. You know how they're going to be in the Bay Area.
In the Bay.
E40. I don't know when you became a fan because I know I see some highlights you have no Lakers and Kings jerseys. So I'm just waiting.
He's from the Bay. He got to represent the Bay.
Tell me where to go. So
I like E40.
The odds are out. The Cavaliers are the biggest underdogs in
ever
basketball history.
Yeah.
They are 12-point underdogs tonight.
Sheesh.
TV analysts had to cap some had out of 25 of the guys and women on TV said Warriors 4, Warriors 4, Warriors in 5. That's the Warriors in 5 is pretty much a gentleman's sweep. We're gonna just give you wins because who you are.
Yeah.
Some said the Warriors in 6. Some didn't even write down. Some said some didn't even write it down. Some people just put Warriors in the 0. Damn. Disrespecting LeBron James. I think LeBron James only been the favorite one time to win the NBA Finals.
Wow.
And that was against the Dallas Mavericks.
And then they lost that one, didn't they?
And they lost. And you know how they lost? And that, Deshaun Stevenson.
Dirk.
They had Jason Kidd on that team.
I think they did have
Jason Terry.
Yeah, Jet Terry.
The Matrix, I believe.
Marion was down there, I think, yeah.
They had a nice little squad.
Yeah, they were loaded.
So you looking at how's LeBron James, this is pretty much the face of the NBA, but he's always the underdog. We know Disney like to make underdog movies and make it situation. I'm being a homer here.
Right.
I got this shirt on. Always repping Ohio. See the ring beaming by. But as you look at the predictions, you see the fights. I ain't gonna even shade KD. I got him back there, the Slim Reaper. But when you look at this matchup, there's no Iggy.
Nah.
And Iggy's the main defensive anchor.
He's the catalyst, man.
He can one guard LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's a tone setter.
They can't run the Hampton 5 without Iggy.
Now they just the Fantastic Four.
the Hall of Fame Four.
And LeBron and LeBron James right now is Thanos.
Yeah, you're right for real, man. Sheesh.
So, with that being said, everybody said this is a terrible Cavs team. To me, as I look at the roster, I know it's not the big names that you're used to seeing, but I think this is probably like a good running team with the Warriors. I think 3 things you got to do if you want to beat the Warriors. You got to stop switching on defense. Main priority is you got to rough up Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
Number 3, this is my biggest thing because I love this. You have to own the defensive glass on the rebound.
Absolutely.
What you say about that? Your inputs.
I like your keys to winning. I think it is
ability to beat to stop.
It's a pretty big hill to climb, man. I think the thing that's gonna hurt Cleveland the most is their lack of playing defense, man. And it's sad because defense is all effort.
You get it, yes.
It's not schemes. It's effort, man.
It's not a want. It's a will.
That's it.
It's will you play defense.
That's it. So if something could click in their heads and they just start playing defense, it could make the series interesting. I think they need to get out and run. The Warriors look tired towards the end of some of these series, some of these games.
Exactly.
And
especially game 6 and 7.
A lot of it is because, Houston ran. Houston kept them on their heels. And Houston was physical with them. So I'm all for some physical basketball, especially on guards, shooting guards, point guards. When they got up in Curry, they got up in Clay, right. It was tougher. They had to work harder to get their shots off. Another thing that Houston did that I really thought was smart was they kept switching off on whoever Curry was holding, so that Curry would end up matched up with either Harden or CP, whoever was holding the ball, and they attacked him. Again, you're making him put out more energy, so it takes away from his offensive production. So physical the game or muck it up, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Gotta play defense, man, because all their shooters, you got to close out on them, and after you close out, turn and box out if they do get the shot off, because if you're not controlling them boards, it's going to be a long Well, it'll be a short series.
It's just like for the Warriors, their main 3 keys are. It's gonna be a tough task.
They're not gonna stop LeBron.
That's
and they know, and they know
you gotta
that.
stop LeBron.
They know that. They're not gonna stop. They're gonna let Brown get his rocks off and pray that everybody else on the cast keeps shooting bricks.
Number 2 for them would be, you better stay on Kyle Korver.
Got to.
Cause honestly, he's shooting the 3 ball better than Steph is in these playoffs.
Yeah.
So if you take Kyle Korver away, LeBron James don't have that pillow, that driving kick guy he go to. Yeah. Third for the Warriors would be, you just gotta run. That's would be their keys right there. If they run the Cavaliers off the floor, this can probably be a possible sweep. But me tonight, what I might see from the Cavaliers, you might see a little bit of from LeBron James gonna play a fill-out game. You don't need LeBron to play a fill-out game.
They need to attack.
You had your 3 days off, whatever, 3.5. One thing I know, same thing Draymond said, anytime you get LeBron James 2 to 3 days off, it's a different LeBron. So we already know after game 1, you get another 2 days off. Yeah. So if the Cavs want to make this a series, everybody on TV picking the Cavs to lose. Vegas got them. For you to win some money, I think it's $1,000.
Yeah.
Bet.
Hell, you put your money on the Cavs, I think you get like 3 to 4 times what like
the opposite of what the Warriors get.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are picking the Warriors to win. Would it be fitting LeBron James beat these 4?
That'd be a movie. That'd be a motion picture. Like
if he beat them, will he be considered as like up there with Jordan in the same class? Do you think that a Jordan team could have beat this Warriors team?
Yeah.
I would say so too, because a lot of people say no. Stephen A. Smith, you said this Warriors team can't beat the Bulls. This Warriors team couldn't.
No, they couldn't.
First of all, Dennis Rodman will be all over Draymond Green. Scottie Pippen will be locking up Kevin Durant.
Or Kevin, yeah, for real. Mike could pick whoever he wants to pick.
See, Steph Curry be getting locked up by Ron Harper.
Yeah, true story.
Ron Harper is a 6'6" guard. Yeah. Klay Thompson will have his hands full guarding Michael Jordan.
Warriors couldn't beat none of MJ's Bulls.
And the Bulls bench was even nasty to me.
Yeah, Horace Grant was out there. You had Scotty.
You had Tony Kukoc come off the bench.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Tony Kukoc. I forgot about Tony Kukoc in the 6-man mention.
Oh wow, yeah, wow.
Tony Kukoc came off the bench.
Got buckets.
Jud Bushler every now and then.
You're right. Hey, Bushler was wet, bro.
One of the most underrated big man on the Bulls bench coming off the bench getting like dirty points and key rebounds. Jason Caffey.
Wow.
Jason Caffey was the first player ever receiver number 35 in basketball outside of KD.
Oh, man.
But what I'm saying, with Phil Jackson built into these teams that he had with the Lakers and those guys, and eventually if Melo would have bought into that system with the triangle offense, I think that Knicks team would have excelled too.
I know. We were trash.
The whole thing
ain't nobody trying to run that triangle no more.
Phil Jackson had some go-getters. Yeah. The bench. That's what made Phil good. He had a great bench. Yeah. We always say Kobe and Shaq.
It don't hurt having the best player in the league for 11 years coaching either.
Right. Yeah, you got a coach.
He had Mike, he had Kobe, he had Shaq,
And the crazy thing, they always give credit to Phil Jackson like he drafted Michael Jordan. He didn't even draft Michael Jordan. You know who drafted Michael Jordan? Rod Thorne.
Oh, wow.
Who played for the Syracuse Nats.
Wow. Rod Thorne
was
the GM of Chicago back then? Wow.
AKA the GM of the New Jersey Nets when they went to back-to-back finals. They lost to the Lakers. Yeah. Phil Jackson team.
Wow.
He was the GM of the year that year too, I believe.
Yeah.
He was like the 3rd or 4th overall pick for the Syracuse Nationals. I do my homework now.
He work for the NBA now, right? He working like the NBA offices now?
He working in the NBA office. Rob Thorne.
What was that? So wasn't he like associate the vice commissioner or something like that?
He played in the NBB before he came to
That's all right.
the NBA. So I look at this type of stuff. Rob Thorne.
Used to get
so when y'all give credit to Phil Jackson, give kudos to Rob Thorne. And guess who else is on that coaching staff? Frank Colangelo. the dad.
Yeah,
He was the head. He was the head coach because he
runs
Phil
USA basketball now.
Phil Jackson was the assistant.
Yeah.
He said, "What we gonna name this team?"
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know. We in Chicago because they can't play with the red, not the Red Wings, but the Blackhawks. Them guys is playing.
Yeah.
They playing the Slaughterhouse. He said, we're gonna name this team the Bulls. They said that's the name of the team. That's how the Bulls came up. So give kudos to Colangelo and Rob Thorne before y'all give all praises to Phil Jackson because Rob Thorne was the head coach. He was the assistant coach. Phil Jackson was. And I want to say because last time I checked, Rob Thorne came up with that triangle offense.
Right. Well, I think it was him. It was Tex Winter.
Tex Winter,
and then Phil adopted it
and brought him to Chicago with him.
Yeah.
Well, Tex Winter was in L.A. too.
I think so.
So
when he was teaching them
shout out to Tex Winter because you know Kobe
Tex
always
Winter
shouts him
triangle.
out. He made Kobe after his rookie season watch NBA film. This is before DVD players. You had to rewind it back.
VHS
tapes. And made him sit there and watch what he was doing wrong. So
that's what's up.
prediction tonight: who you got winning this game tonight, and maybe possible the series? And what you think could happen? Because we already know the Warriors are heavy favorites.
So I think Golden State wins tonight.
Point spread, what you got?
I don't think it's gonna be as ugly as people think it will be. Maybe 8 to 10 points. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. Only because
Everybody gonna play time.
Brian done played these guys the last 3 years in a row. Like, the familiarity is ridiculous from Braun to the Warriors side. The Warriors are essentially playing a completely different team
Who your X
than who
factor?
they played last year. The X factor in this game is going to be Cleveland's bench. This is the thing that bugs me out, man. They have guys that are athletic, they're young. These guys can play basketball. I think they're so busy watching LeBron get busy
Exactly.
that they're not contributing. Like, play ball, fellas. Like, yeah, he's going to get his. And it's probably hard as hell not to watch, the greatest player of his era do his thing while you're standing on the court with him. But y'all still got roles to play. Y'all gotta play y'all part, man. If he's putting up shots, y'all need to be on the boards, crashing in case he missed. You need to scoop all that up. If he's putting extra work in on offense, trying to get buckets to keep y'all in the game, that means y'all need to clamp down on defense.
Exactly.
Man. Jesus, and get these defensive boards. So, just remember, y'all are in the same league. Y'all are in the NBA also. Ball out, man. Like, shoot, this is opportunities. Knock down open shots. When this man's driving and kicking, hit open shots. Like, he's creating open shots. Knock them down. That's what you're there. That's what you get paid to do. Just hit open shots.
Exactly, because I got, let's see, I'm a homer. Mine is telling me Warriors win tonight, but something just feels different about today. I said the Cavaliers win tonight by 4 points.
Ooh, okay. Hot take. Yeah.
I always say it depends what the Cavs do in the first quarter.
Okay.
That first quarter got to fall with the third quarter. If you
was
want to
about to
beat the
say that.
Warriors,
Yeah,
you
you
cannot
gotta shut 'em down
have
in the
a
third quarter.
dreadful third quarter, Cavaliers.
Nah.
You cannot come out stagnant.
They're
If you got this
halftime
team on the
adjustments.
ropes up by 10 points,
It's not
attack.
enough. It's not
Attack.
enough.
You got to attack. Because we know if you go into the fourth quarter with the lead, the Warriors shrink. The fourth quarter, because like I tell everybody, they don't play in too many tight game situations.
They got a thin bench, man. Like, if they keep their starters out there for the whole first half, that third quarter, if you can avoid that you know what I'm saying, flurry of punches. Fourth quarter, if you can keep it close, you have a chance.
Within the last 4 years, the Warriors played in 3 tight games.
That's crazy.
They only won 1.
That's crazy.
That was one when Steph Curry hit the 40-footer on Russell Westbrook at OKC.
Crossing half court.
They lost a close game to in the playoffs. They lost that one. They lost another game. So if the whole thing is, you got to rattle this team. Yeah. This team right here, like I tell everybody, on the road or at home, these players that's playing at home tonight for the Warriors is going to feed off the crowd.
Absolutely.
Like the one thing we were saying the other day, we didn't get Kobe Bryant. We didn't get Kobe and LeBron James finals, but we got that Swaggy P and J.R.
Smith, yo.
The most streakiest shooters in the league. Which one of these players gonna come with the sauce tonight?
You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna have? We already know Swaggy don't play no defense. We know J.R. Smith is a hack.
Yeah.
They
Well,
both.
JR will play D every once in a while. Like, he'll have flashes. If his shot's not falling, he'll play some D. If his shot's falling, he ain't playing no D. But those two, like, Swaggy might not come off the bench. That's the crazy part. Like, he might not play.
Now,
he was too busy turning up after the interview, cutting off Randy Johnson that he,
Two teams got weak links.
So.
The Cavs' weak link. Do you know who it is? On defense.
Oh, just one player?
Just one player. They got one weak link.
Oh, Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. The other one for the Warriors is Kevon Looney.
Yeah, he doesn't play much. He's long and rangy, but he don't really play a lot of D.
In the finals, I think tonight, my projected lineup would probably be you might see JaVale McGee in the lineup tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He'll you gonna see more minutes for Zaza Pachulia.
You think Zaza's gonna play? I don't think so. I don't think Zaza gonna see the floor.
Oh, he bring that nasty.
He does, but I don't think
He bring that nasty.
I think the Cavs need to play Larry Nance Jr. more.
Which we probably will see more of him.
Need that energy. That's if Tristan gets off to a slow start. Because I like Tristan, but I think Nance is a little more skilled offensively and can do the same things defensively.
I think for the Cavaliers, we may see a little bit of Rodney Hood.
The Hood needs to play. I don't understand why he's not, like, how do you piss off Lou and not get, why is he not getting no minutes?
And the whole thing is, people are like, he didn't play the playoffs last year. Rodney Hood averaged 17 points last year for the Utah Jazz.
Yeah,
he was their leading scorer as the starter.
If guys aren't hitting shots, you got to try something else. Like, get that man some minutes.
We're going to see what's going on tonight.
Yeah.
I got the Cavs by 4. He picked the Dubs to win by either by 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Finals MVP. If it goes, I think this series is going to go 7. If it goes 7, I think the Cavaliers. The whole thing before I get off this air, if the Cavaliers win Game 1 tonight on the Warriors' floor,
they got home court then.
Is game number 2 a must-game win situation for the Warriors?
Absolutely. Because then that means they could get swept essentially, like,
Because everybody's
granted, I don't see that happening.
Everybody's
but
on a potential sweep with the Cavaliers.
Yeah. This is the thing though. I don't see the Warriors going into Cleveland, even with the team that's assembled up there. They're not going into Cleveland and winning both of them. Brown's not gonna lose both of them games at home. He's not. Nah.
I feel like if the Cavaliers, I'm gonna treat this like the Raptors here, even though this is 2 totally different teams.
Yeah.
If the Cavaliers win Game 1, people out there, all social media outlets watching this, the Cavaliers could walk away winning either one of the next 2 games at their building.
If the Cavs can somehow win Game 1, then I think it has a chance to go 6, maybe 7.
So
if the Cavs lose these first 2,
it's a chalk. You can't even say that because they was down 0-2 against the Celtics too.
Yeah.
But this ain't the Celtics though.
Nah.
The Celtics play terrible on the road.
Yeah.
The Warriors live for that stuff on the road.
They do. It's still tough. It's still be tough to go into Cleveland and win 2. I think even with this team, with the 2 teams. Man, I see it going 5, maybe 6.
I would say this: if the Cavaliers win 1,
if the Cavs can win tonight, though, then I think they have a chance to extend it 6 to 7.
If they win Game 1, I think the Cavaliers can find some type of way to go home and win the next 2. If the series go back to Cleveland 1-1, I give the Cavaliers a fighting chance to at least win the next 1 out of 2 at home. If they can find somebody to pull both games out, we've seen the Warriors. The Warriors have been to our house in Cleveland and won a championship there. Yeah. The Cavaliers never won at their house. I believe it may go 7, but I can see the series going either 6 for both teams. I don't know which team come out with that mo.
Yeah.
So the Cavaliers find someone to win Game 1, folks. If they win Game 1, it's a possibility that the Cavaliers can walk with the Larry O'Brien trophy. But my wildest dreams, I got the Cavaliers winning at 7 back at Oracle.
That'd be a miracle, bro. And I'd love to see it happen because I'm not a fan of this Warriors team. I like a couple players on there, but
they said it's bad for basketball when LeBron went to Miami.
I mean, come on, man. The Warriors got a freaking all-star team, man. They got.
Do you know the all-star team was 30% made of them?
Yeah, like 4 of their guys is on the damn all-star team.
So
they got 5 Olympians on their squad.
Kevin Durant went.
Come on.
Y'all act like LeBron James went to the Miami Heat team in 06 after they won a championship.
Nah.
Dude, Kevin Durant went to a team that already won a championship. And they were 73-9.
Yeah. So
you tell me that this is what everybody like to talk about.
And he got beat by that
Draymond
team.
Green. Draymond Green called KD, hey, say, bro, you want to come play with us? What KD say? Yeah, I can play with y'all.
Like,
But you took that ain't the biggest punk move. I would say that is.
that's a whole nother can of worms.
Steph Curry
there, bro.
okayed it, but when LeBron James make moves like that,
He's the worst.
He's the
human
worst.
ever, man.
He's the worst. Yeah, right. You talk about the Showtime Lakers. That team was assembled and drafted there. People, we can't even talk about that.
They had like Miami was the first big three ever though. Like no, it wasn't.
All right, let's go.
Before they gave it the title Big Three, like you ever heard of the Boston Celtics?
The Boston had the big three.
You know.
Paul Pierce, KG,
Oh no,
Aaron.
I'm talking about Bird, McHale,
Yeah.
Parrish.
Oh, the Chief.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
They had a squad.
Shoot.
And they had the
How
Michael.
about the Lakers with Magic and Worthy and Kareem? Like that's a pretty big three. Like
Hold on, Ray Allen already played in the big three.
shoot, say Ray Allen.
Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Sam Cassell.
Yeah, that don't count.
But as I'm saying, but he still played with the big three.
Uh,
They eventually lost to the 76ers
Yeah,
that year in the conference final,
that
but
don't count.
that Ray Allen was still